otherwise. Vineet.
You're absolutely right. Mr. Gupta, the Prime Minister has taken this opportunity and it's a stark message to Pakistan, isn't it? That it's not the same India that they've been troubling for the past few decades. It's not the India of 26/11. It's not the India of the Parliament attacks, where Aman ki Asha is only in fiction. It's never going to happen in fact. India has also made it very, very clear, sir, that we will talk about POK, we will talk about terrorism, and nothing else will be spoken of. And the Pakistani the army is so foolish, for the lack of a better word. They had to attend that terrorist funeral. They had to, in fact, send their defense minister to say that, yes, we've been playing this dirty game for many decades for the United States and the United Kingdom. These things have only worked in India's favor. You don't need India to do much. Pakistan is shooting itself in the foot regularly.
Definitely, Vineet. First of all, I fully agree with whatever my two predecessors, the panelists have spoken. Every word, I fully agree with them. I support that. The matter of fact is that the Honorable Prime Minister's visit to Adampur, it's a very, very strong message, sending multiple signals, which most of these messages, they have been very amply highlighted by the previous speakers. Now, I would like to also highlight another point here. There is definitely a paradigm shift. It's a big, major shift in our doctrine that enough is enough. And as far as Aman is concerned, yes, India has been a peaceful nation, always wanting peace. Shanti जभी होती है जब शक्ति होती है. तो ये मैसेज हमने भेज दिया है. We have used our force, which was sufficient enough to maybe decimate entire Pakistan in a matter of the next few days or at the most weeks. But at the same time, we followed restraint. So we have demonstrated that we have power, and we also know how to use the power to establish peace. That is very important signal. Now coming to the way this Pakistani people, the military, their politicians, their media, the way they have been behaving. See, first thing we have to understand that it is Pakistan as such. I ask the question, what is Pakistan? Is it the Pakistani army? Or is it the ISI? Or is it the president or the prime minister? Or is it a bunch of terrorist organizations? Who is controlling Pakistan? And to my understanding, I may be wrong, the controlling point is not, as on date, not even America, the controlling point is China. And China had pumped in a large number of arms into Pakistan.
So there's also theory, sir, that's coming out that Pakistan reached this ceasefire with India without consulting China. And they're pretty square with Pakistan about it.
I think these are all posturing. These messages are floated to divert the attention. The matter of fact is that the real controller is China. And of course, as you said, that the way the Pakistani people, the army people, the big top brass, they attended the funeral of the terrorists. Perhaps, well, apparently it looked like it is a stupidity that the country's army people, they are attending the funeral of a terrorist. But if you think it from the point of view of the army of Pakistan, they didn't want to send a message to the world or to India or to America. They needed to send message to certain community which is dominant in the power politics of Pakistan, and that they have sent that yes, we are with terror. The world needs to see it. If the world wants to keep facing terror attacks, and India is not the only country which has been facing the terror attacks. There are many other countries which have had significantly, damaging terror attacks which originated on a land called Pakistan. They call it Pakistan, but I think they have been behaving in a most napak fashion. But coming back to China, the important point is that China, during the past 40-50 years, they have not faced any major war. After 1962, they have not faced any major war directly. And during these years, especially during the last 25 to 30 years, they have made tremendous progress in terms of defense technology. They have come out with a large number of systems which we have seen getting decimated in this war. The problem is China has India is, of course, it is an enemy for China, but at the same time, China's ambitions are not just controlling India. Their ambitions are coming at par with America and becoming the superpower. And those ambitions cannot be fulfilled unless it is economically as strong as America, militarily as strong as America. And it had to get some of the arms and ammunition tested in the real war conditions. In my opinion, the Pahalgam incident, to whatever happened till date, it was being planned and controlled by China. Their basic aim was they had to test these high-end weapons, which they have left. Now what happens is, let us not underestimate China or Chinese weapons. They have made a lot of technological progress, and which is reflected in their kind of a fantastic manufacturing base. Even the countries like America, it cannot afford to completely offend China, because if China stops supplies of, we are seeing this is happening in COVID. The entire supply chain of American industry is dependent on supplies from China. So it has made progresses, but these weapon systems need to be tested in the real war. And this is what America has been doing in the last 70 years since the World War II. Every, you can say, 7 to 8 years or 10 years, you will see a major war where American weapons get tested. And they update their data, they come up with more and more new weapon systems. The same thing now China is trying to do. We have started this thing with Indo-Pak war, which has we have a few days, we have seen what is the outcome of this.
Okay.
Most of the China's weapons have failed, but let us not let us not be complacent. They will, in my assessment, they will be working overnight and trying to, they have collected a volume of data. See, all this, when you have to update your weapon system, the most important, the crucial, apart from the technology, is the data. How does it actually work in the real environment? Like in our country, we do in the DRDO, we carry out lots and lots of simulations. That they also might be doing it, but the ultimate test comes and the data comes when it is used in the actual war condition.
Right, sir.
So they will now quickly update their systems, the same various systems which have failed. There is a likelihood that maybe in a matter of a few weeks to few months, they may come up, upgrade these systems, and mind you, they have not given the high-end systems, the same JF 10 or 17 or whatever missiles, they have failed in Pakistan. The similar ones, the other versions, the advanced versions are there with China. So now China will update them also, because in case tomorrow there is a war between China and Taiwan, then it needs to be very sure that what is the effectiveness of those weapons. So for China, it was a big game, and China has got what it wanted. It wanted the data, it has got the data.
Okay, fair enough. Air Vice Marshal Kak, India has